Right. What's up, everybody? Talking UFC 303. It's this weekend. Be a crazy fight. I'm gonna start doing these on my channel. Get this channel rocking a little bit. So bear with me during this. I'm still learning this whole YouTube thing. You can follow, you can like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. I'm gonna try to get this thing rocking. Yeah, man, I'm getting ready for a fight myself. Not in the UFC. It's a beautiful thing. But the fight card this weekend, bro, is gonna be sick. Let me pull it up real quick. It's supposed to be McGregor Chandler, but we know that whole story. I'm gonna break down the majority of this card and give my opinion, my picks, my predictions. There's a couple fights that I'm not gonna break down just because I'm not entirely familiar, and that's a shame on me, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna try my best. Okay. It's a fucking sick card, man. It's a sick card back in Vegas. It's unfortunate that McGregor Chandler's not on it, obviously, but I think the UFC and Hunter Campbell and Dana White, they did a fantastic job at throwing this card together and dealing with the cards that they were dealt, because this card's still kind of fucking badass, dude. Kicking off tonight, it looks like it's Ricky Simón and Vinicius Oliveira bantamweight fight. We just saw Vinicius Oliveira's last fight. Crazy. The motherfucker's good, bro. He got on for Contender Series. He had that crazy knockout, that flying knee, and he just killed his opponent. Nasty fight. But he's fighting Ricky Simón. I think Ricky Simón, savage wrestling, super athletic, tough, durable, tons of experience, and I think that's gonna play the factor, or that's gonna play a massive factor in this fight. Vinicius is going to be a little bit taller. He's 5'9", and Ricky Simón's a little bit shorter. He's 5'6", but I don't really think that's going to be too much of a big deal, because Vinicius stands like straight up and down, and Ricky Simón does like his up-down kind of thing, and I think that's going to create a lot of openings for him. I don't think Ricky Simón's going to knock Vinicius out. I think Vinicius could knock out Ricky Simón. I'm probably saying Vinicius' name's wrong, so pardon me. But like I said, I don't think Ricky can knock Vinicius out. I do think Vinicius can knock Ricky out. However, I think this fight's gonna go to the distance, and I think that Ricky Simón's gonna pull it off. I'm not 100% confident in it, but I'm kind of confident. I wonder what the odds are. Let me look up those odds real quick. UFC 303 odds. Pardon me. What the fuck? Oh no, we're going Odd Shark. Let's go on fucking Odd Shark, dude. Let's go on Odd Shark. Ricky Simón's minus 220 and Vinicius is plus 180. That's what it looks like right now. But I don't really like this site, so let me check it. Let me check the best fight odds. Hold up. Alright, here we go. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? It's just crazy, bro. I don't know where this shit is. UFC 303. And can't find any. Actually, here it is. Pardon me, bro. Pardon me. I'm very ill prepared, but it's all good. We're making this shit work. I don't know why those odds aren't lifted, but whatever. We'll work around it. Next fight I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna break down Jillian Robertson and Michelle Waterson Gomez. This fight's fun, man. This fight's fun, but I'm a fan of both of these women, and I think Jillian Robertson's very good, but I think she has her hands full in this fight. The reason I think that is because Michelle Waterson has that karate-style stance, and she does such a good job at avoiding the takedowns, dancing around, playing with the sidekick, just kind of being tough to track down. Jillian Robertson, ridiculous jiu-jitsu, nasty jiu-jitsu. If she gets a hold of Waterson, gets her to the ground, I think that's going to be the end of the fight. But Jillian Robertson, although she's very good, she has showed what I believe is a pretty big skill discrepancy in her stand-up compared to her ground game. I bet she's cleared it up. She's working with the Goat Shed now in Miami with a ton of savages over there. Great coaching staff. But I think to cover that distance, I think the discrepancy is too big. I think Michelle Waterson's going to just skate around her. I wouldn't be surprised, man, honestly, if Waterson gets like a late fight finish. But I anticipate this fight to be like a lot of running around the cage from Waterson, avoiding the clinch, avoiding the bullshit. I don't think Robertson has good enough takedowns to get Waterson down, but I think she has like pretty good trips, and if she can track her down and keep her on the cage, I think that would be her key to victory. But that's not an easy task. Waterson's fought everybody. Yeah, man, I think that Michelle Waterson's gonna either get late fight finish or a or this is, I don't know if you had these ones yet, bro. These ones are good. It's a tropical fruit Waterloo. It's sparkling with seltzer water, bro. Smacking. It's so fucking good. This next fight, man, everyone's talking about this. There's so much hype behind this kid, Peyton Talbot. He's fighting Yanis Gamori. I definitely butchered his name. I trained with him in Florida for a little while. Super cool kid. He's very good. But man, I hate to say this, but I really don't give him much of a chance in this fight. He could dog it out, but Peyton is does such a good job with controlling the range, being tricky. He kind of has that. I mean, he has a lot of comparisons to O'Malley. He's same but different with O'Malley. But I think a lot of the threats that he has, like the feints, the movements, the stance switches, pawing things out, sitting on punches, coming up the middle with things, just being super unpredictable. And I think that's gonna be. It's gonna be like an over fucking stimulation for Yanis. I don't think he's gonna be able to like download all the data fast enough to react to it, and I think he's gonna get caught. I think Peyton's gonna get a second round knockout in this fight. Unfortunately, rooting for my boy, of course. I'm ready for a fun fight, but I think Peyton's gonna get it done. Dude, this fight's sick. Cub Swanson and Andre Touchy-Philly. First of all, Andre Philly has the coolest nickname in the UFC, I believe. His last name's Philly, his nickname's Touchy, so Andre Touchy-Philly. It doesn't get better than that, but it doesn't matter. This fight is fucking sick, bro. Fucking sick. Both of these guys are like super fun, funky kickboxing styles. You can put a silhouette of a Cub Swanson fight, blacked out, just a silhouette, and you would know it's Cub Swanson. He has a very unique style that's exclusive to him. You can't really mock that style. Philly's super long, tricky, mixes things up super well. Very, very, very punchy, has great power. This is a fucking really cool fight. I'm excited for this fight. This is a striker's delight. Yeah, man, I love this fight. I'm not even sure which way I'm leaning with it. I think the fans are gonna win with this one. This off rip is my fight of the night contender right away. I think this outside, like obviously the top two fights is the one that I'm looking forward to the most. This is just a fan favorite fight. This fight is so fucking sick. I don't even know where I'm leaning, to be honest. Cub Swanson's getting a little bit older now. Touchy's starting to develop like serious power. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just excited for this fight. This fight's gonna be sick. First fight on the main card: Ian Machado, Garry, and MVP. Everyone's talking about this fight. And I think it's going to be anticlimactic if I'm being completely honest. I think there's going to be a lot of MVP just dancing around the cage, and I don't think Ian Garry is going to be able to solve that puzzle. I think that both of them have the knockout power. I anticipate Ian fighting MVP similar to how Douglas Lima did in Bellator. I think it's going to be heavy on the calf kicks, which that is the way to approach the fight against MVP. Feints, all of which Ian does a great job at, but I don't know. We might see Ian turn into a grappler this weekend. He's training out at Charles Oliveira camp now at Shoot the Box. This fight's tough, man. This fight's tough. I'm leaning MVP, but I don't think it's going to be like a crazy exciting fight, and it sucks because like these guys are super exciting fighters, and I think that sometimes when you put these super exciting fighters together, stylistically, it makes for an extremely boring fight. If you remember, was it Yoel Romero and Paulo Costa? Kind of the same situation where both guys are super explosive and crazy, but it ended up being kind of like a lackluster type fight. Not a lackluster type fight, but that definitely didn't meet the expectation. I'm leading MVP by decision. I think he's just going to skate around and cruise to a decision. Although either guy can knock each other out at any time, I'm going MVP by decision. Here we go. Diego Lopez, co-main event. I'm just skipped a couple fights, of course, but I'm hitting the ones that I know I can talk about a little bit. Diego Lopez and Brian Ortega. This fight is fucking sick. This is probably the first fight that Brian Ortega is going to have where he's facing somebody with equal submission threat. Diego is super crafty jiu-jitsu. Super crafty jiu-jitsu. Obviously, Brian Ortega is too, but I think Brian Ortega's boxing is much better than Diego Lopez's boxing. And I think that Brian Ortega has faced obviously way higher level competition than Diego Lopez has faced. Diego Lopez, though, hasn't had an easy run in the UFC. His first fight was last-minute opportunity against Mosfar, and he went the decision with him. Insane fight. Stock fucking went skyrocketed. Both of these guys are winning for putting this fight together last minute. Savage fighters. But I think that with Ortega's higher level experience, I think he has crisper punches, tighter defense on the feet. I think he's going to be the one that's going to control where the fight's going to go. I like Brian Ortega in this fight. I do like Brian Ortega with this fight. I'm not like 100. I'm not 100% confident, but I would say like 70% confident. More confident than not that Brian Ortega is going to win. I don't think this is going to be a finish, although I think if it's a finish, I think Ortega is going to knock out Diego. Yeah, fucking sick co-main event, dude. Sick co-main event. But what about these two fucking savages, dude? Alex Pereira and Jiri Prochazka stepping in on fucking a title fight on 3 weeks' notice, bro? Are you kidding me? This fight is fucking sick. Alex Pereira is like going into this fight with, I don't know if it's this fight or last one, but he's going into a fight with broken toes, and it's just kind of funny. The fight that he's replacing is McGregor pulling out for broken toes. I don't know. I'm not looking too far into it. Doesn't even matter. Both of these guys are fucking savages. I've been listening to a couple of Yuri's like interviews and things, and he was talking about he wants Pereira to not use like the shaman and the magic to win this fight. He wants to fight him like man to man. And to me, that sounds like I mean, Yuri's a savage, right? Everyone knows he's a savage. But to me, it sounds like he's like created like this facade out of like Pereira. Like there's something else to him. There's like a higher power that's helping him out. And I'm not entirely sure how much that's playing on his mind. We all know he's like super tough, right? Super mentally tough, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Alex Pereira is probably going to knock him out, but Yuri's style, I think that if there's a style that's going to beat Pereira, it's going to be an awkward style, right? You box a brawler and you brawl a boxer. Pereira has super crisp punches, and you're not going to out-technique Pereira. You have to fight him wild and funky and do shit that's kind of unorthodox and doesn't make sense, and that's what Yuri's whole style is based around. Exciting fight. Shout out the top 4 guys for putting these fights together last minute and creating a sick card International Fight Week. Big ups to Brian Ortega, Diego Lopez, Jiri, and Pereira. Savages, salute, massive respect. This fight's fucking sick. I'm leaning Pereira, and still, dude's 36 years old, just taking laps around dudes now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Fucking sick card. International Fight Week. Let me know what you guys think. You guys agree with my picks? Or agree with my breakdowns? Or what is it? Where are you guys at? I think that, I don't know, man. I'm not entirely confident, like I said, but I'm like all the things that I said about Ortega and Diego and Alex and Jiri and MVP in particular versus Ian Garry. I think that I'm gonna be pretty close to accurate, to be honest with you. This is a fucking sick card. I don't know how they threw this together. I really don't know how they threw this together. But we win. Shout out the fans. Shout out Hunter, Dana, Sean, Mick putting this card together last minute after, what could have been kind of a nightmare type situation. I know, I'm pumped. It's Wednesday right now, 2:30 in the afternoon. A few days out from the fights. Let's go. Like, subscribe. I appreciate the love if you've watched all the way up to this point. I'm gonna keep these things rocking. Let me know in like the comments or whatever what other kind of content you guys are seeing. I'm gonna be getting ready for a fight myself. Got a big fight coming up. I'll keep everyone posted with that kind of stuff, but we're gonna be firing off content. Big thanks coming. I appreciate the love. Let's go. Peace out.